Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Malaga Career Mode here on FIFA 19, the Road to Glory series. Yes, we're into season 2, and that's the reason why I've kind of sort of started on this particular page is because lots and lots of things have been happening within the transfer window with players going out, maybe some coming in. I'll get to that in a minute. I've took on board your feedback in the comments with regards to De Jong, and some are saying that I should go for him. Some are saying it's unrealistic with him being linked to possibly Barcelona, Manchester City, even Man United, I think, as well. Possibly Chelsea, big clubs like that. Would he come to Malaga? Now, I took that on board, and what I decided to do was put a bid in for him and then see what he wanted in regards to wages and role in the club. And I thought, if he's going to want a crucial role, then that isn't going to necessarily work with the fact that I've took and die on the crucial. To play both of them isn't going to work with the fact that obviously I've already brought in Herrera. I've brought him in, Hector Herrera, obviously on a pre-contract, so I haven't even got to see him yet because he's been out on the Copa de America thing, along with Talisca as well. We've also got some really other good midfielders, the Cousins in there. We've got Malaga that I brought in just at the end of last season and stuff. So it was all keyed around what he wanted. And the other thing was, obviously the centre back thing, he wasn't going to necessarily play a centre back. He was going to be a backup in case I got a centre-back situation regarding that. And saying that now, I've got a centre-back situation, haven't I? Because obviously Southampton have now come in with the bid here for Thiago Ilori for 6.7. Now, he's probably, the assistant, whatever he is, is saying that I could get up to 9 for him. He's worth 5.5, so they're coming in 1.2 above his valuation. He is 26, so he's still got some legs in him. He's still got a good 4 seasons out of him. So what I thought was push it, see if they're willing to go to 8, even though the guy is obviously saying 9 there. But if I can get 8 for him, then I'm willing to let him go. If they're willing to not match 8, then he stays. That's what I was basically going to look at. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to go for it myself. I'm just going to delegate this to I don't know, assistant. Right, it says assistant manager there. Right, assistant manager. So we'll start at 9, because that's what they're saying. But I will not take any less than 8, and just see what they come back with on regards to that one. Got a loan offer in for Danny Pacheco. I've actually put him on the transfer list, and the reason being is I don't think he's going to perform to anywhere near the levels that he did in Liga 2. He's only going to become more of a backup now in regards to the team and stuff like that. He's got 2 years left. He's 28, but loaning him, I'm not interested. I want to sell him. I want to bring the money in, and that's really what I want to do there. So I will actually reject that with regards to that. De Jong is here. He has arrived, and you're probably thinking, hold on, why have you signed him? It's totally, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you sign him? Well, this is the reason why I've signed him. I'll go into, if I move it across to financial, it gives you a better idea of why I've signed him. Here he is, Frankie de Jong, 4-year deal, 15,000. He was on 22,000, something like that at Ajax, but it's the squad role. He was quite happy to take rotation. I was willing to accept important, but I went in at rotation and he said yes, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I thought, sorted, you know what I mean? I was like, brilliant, I'll take that all day long, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's primarily of why I've got him. So yes, it might be slightly unrealistic and stuff like that, but if we want to challenge for Champions League, if we want to challenge at the top, you know what I mean, we're going to have to bring sort of these players in. Yes, it technically would be maybe unrealistic that he is at the club, but he never got offered the deals in the game. He's only getting those sort of, and it's only the media that's saying that, you know, these like Barcelona's and your Manchester clubs are looking at him. There's no actual deal has been put in place, and I know he will go to one of those clubs, obviously, in real, you know, he will go to one of them. But at the moment, he's at Malaga, and you know, we've got to look, you know, big. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you could say that Anderson Talisca is unrealistic, but is he really? Has anyone really heard of him? Had anyone heard of him before like FIFA 19 came out? Not a lot of people have heard of Anderson Talisca, mainly because he was out on loan in China. Like, you know, Benfica felt, you know, we'll loan him out in you know, to Guangzhou, Evergrande, whatever. That's where he was, like, you know. So, and he's a much higher rated player. So I don't know, you know. Yeah. I'm sorry if it's upset some people, and you know, I'm hoping that, you know, that you understand the reasons behind why I've done that and stuff like that. So when it comes to like obviously the squad and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean, with all the obviously, you know, like a lot of these players that are going out and stuff, like, you know, on loan and things like that, there's like obviously spaces left to fill up into the squad. So I'm not looking at maybe, I mean, we've got a pretty good first team now, so I'm not really looking at maybe a first team player, but maybe someone, you know, back us. We've got now, even though we spent quite a lot of money, like I said, I brought like quite a lot of money back in, so we've still got just short of like 50 million to spend. What I might do is just hold off now, and we'll just wait until January and spend the money then. Again, you guys let me know, you know, if there's some players out there, you know what I mean, we're not going to spend the full bulk of it. I'm just thinking of maybe bringing in one or two more players just to bulk up the squad in case, like, you know, we get some injuries, or they're too tired because of fixtures, and you know what FIFA 19 is regards to fixtures and stuff. But yeah, that's what, you know, that's kind of my thoughts and stuff on that. But I've had enough talking. I've done it in the last video, like, you know, pre-season and stuff like that. So there is going to be 2 games in today, don't worry, like, you know what I mean. But that's what we need to get on with. And the first one up is the kickoff of this season, which is against Getafé, and the other game is against Real Betis. Right, so here are the 2 lineups. As you can see, Getafé going with a 4-4-2 with Schick up front there. I don't know if it's like me, but I noticed that with the passing, and I've always complained about the passing, that it was kind of off and stuff. And I'm thinking, and I looked in the settings, and it was on fully assisted. It wasn't on semi-assisted. It was on fully assisted. I'm just wondering if that's got a bearing on it or whatever. I've not gone to full manual because that would probably be a right nightmare. But I'm just wondering if that is going to make a difference or it's going to make things worse. So we'll see. And if any of you have watched my Liverpool career mode, you'll notice since the update, time finishing got put back on. It didn't really affect too much Malaga because we were doing sort of the end of the season stuff and all that. We didn't really get involved in all that sort of thing. But I've made sure, and that is switched off now. So time finishing is off because, yeah, unless you're an esports player, it's, you know, I don't like it at all. Like, but anyway, that's just my choice. But we'll get to like see now Talisca, and we'll get to see Ander Herrera. We'll get to see them. If none of you have watched the pre-season, you'll also get to see Adama Traore as well. Just wondering if why is Adama Traore already at 80 rated. You'll also see that Talisca is at 85. Players, I've not even been playing any games, and they've gone up. I've not played any games. I've not even trained them, but there's like about a 3-week gap from the end of the pre-season to the start of the season, and all I did was just fast forward or whatever. And they've gone up naturally, so I'm fine with that. And you can see Undai's even gone up to an 82 as well. I think he was 80 rated or 81 rated. I think he was just short of 81. I think it was only a blip away from 81. So yeah, brilliant. You know what I mean? So let's crack on then. So as you'll notice, because EA own the license to the full La Liga, we've got all the nice overlays for the Spanish La Liga, you know, the main, like, you know, league, like the number 1 league or whatever. So we've got all the proper overlays, and it looks sweet, doesn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Looks really good to have them, like, you know what I mean? It's a shame they didn't have it for the second one as well, but it's a shame they haven't got the Copa del Rey, but I mean, they might get those for next season, possibly. But it looks really good. But first game of the season, and we are away. Oh, and I've given, just seeing the back of Undai there, we have got Undai's number back to what he was when he was on loan. He was number 21, that's what he was, so I've put it back to what his number is, like, so. Let's get things off and running then with this new season. Yeah, let's see how we fare in the big league, like. Okay, here's a math. Get a chance there for Ander Herrera, and here's Talisca. We've got Adama running it into space here. And can he get this ball across? He can. It's Diaby, and that's a great start. Well, there we go. We're only just like into the 3rd minute, and we're off and running. But teams will be like, oh crap, Malaga's back in the big time. Like, we need to be wary about them. But that was just 2 new signings there combining with Talisca. Well, all 3 actually. Herrera got it initially, played it to Talisca. He's seen Adama. Adama plays it in, and our main striker for this season at the moment is Diaby, and he's just netted it. He scored 7 goals in pre-season, so he's up for it big time. Here's Diaby. Here is Anderson Talisca, just holding off. And now Herrera will go out here to Armian. It's a good ball in, and Diaby's on for 2. Wow. Well, we are flying right now. It seems to be. We're all pumped up for this one by the looks of it. Thought it was going to come out here, but Talisca will just knock this back to Romero. Nicely played inside. Here's Undai now. Herrera, can he get this in? It's Undai. It's not Undai. It's Diaby. I'm losing the plot, and he's got a hat trick with just nearly in 20 minutes. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how Rika does with his positioning as centre-back. That's what I'm more concerned about. Doing well here to win the ball back. And here is Anderson Talisca, and he's got another chance to get Adama in. Oh, is that a penalty? No. Saying that he took the ball, but then he did catch me, but after the ball, and I stumbled into that. Chance. Oh. Wow, how has he saved that? I thought he'd got a goal on his debut here. Oh, man. It works with him. It definitely works with him. He could end up being our, like, sort of Van Dijk kind of person. You can get him on these headers. But we've got Lamban as well. And we know what David Lamban is like at corners, don't we? Wow. I mean, do I make Lamban captain? I don't know. I mean, but he's 31 now. It's going to be his. Is he going to start to like drop off like dramatically? But it's gone right. Oh my God! It's hit the elbow of the keeper. I mean, there's a defender there as well, and he still managed to like just get that in. All right, Romero. God, what a challenge from the youngster. Get ahead on this? No. Okay. It was with... I thought I was controlling him for Hector Herrera. I went to go for a header, but he just didn't jump. He just didn't jump. Yeah. Okay, they pulled one back. Here's Diaby. Can he get Talisca through and get a shot away? Oh, went for it. Johnny will get this across, and Talisca gets a goal on his debut. That is something that we can utilise. I'm not entirely sure. I think is he 6'4", 6'5"? I don't know, but he's hell of a tall. Going to bring 2 new players on as well. What we're going to do is Diaby is going to go off, and Undai are going to go off as those 2, and we're going to bring on Fatoli, who's our new youngster. He's 23, but he's our new player that we brought in as backup striker. Here is Talisca, and here is Fatoli running through. Oh, he just wasn't able to take it in his stride. But as you can see, I'm going for the black men blonde hair look. You know what I mean? That seems to be most of my players. Well, not most of them, but quite a few of them, isn't there? Oh, nicely done by Romero. Rica now. Weird coincidence, I think. That's a great ball forward from Herrera. Talisca using his strides to get away. Goes for it. Oh. I don't know if he's actually quick, but it's just his long strides gets him down the field fast, like, you know. But look, there they go. The black men, blonde haired duo. And then all we need now is Fatoli to have joined in as well. But he's got like a ponytail going off as well, like, but yeah. But Herrera's passing, his vision is great, like, you know, pick players out. Looks it forward. Here's Herrera. Talisca, can he get Fatoli in? He can. Fatoli has just made it 7. Well, we might get them all celebrating this time. We get them all celebrating together. Look, there we go. He's got blonde hair with a sort of ponytail and... But he's just scored on his debut. Well, is it his debut? Well, I mean, I suppose it is his league debut because he did play in the pre-season tournament. But yeah, this is like seems to be the new look that I'm going for. And the, you know, so any players you think that are out there that are a black man with blonde hair, like, you know, that's what we'll go with. You know. Oh, Dharma's there, and we'll just boom that upfield, and there we go. There we are. 7-1. Wow. Okay. I mean, the likes of Getafé aren't the team that I'm necessarily got to be worried about. The team that I'm going to be playing next, Real Betis, yes. We did play them in the Cup last season, if you remember. And we did dispatch them in the Cup quite convincingly. But I'm sure the league will be slightly different. I've got a feeling it tends to be like that. They play differently in cups and leagues, like I've noticed. But it's just like your sort of Villarreals, your Real Betises, your Valencias. They're the teams that we need to be gaining points on if you want to try and get that top 6, you know, a European sort of like spot, as it were. I mean, I know the board aren't asking for a European spot. I'm asking for it. As you can see, 13 shots, 12 of them on target, 7 of them in the back of the net. So, Diaby picks up man of the match with a hat-trick. Valencia, 3-2. So that was a close encounter. So this should be... just in case anyone, you know, yeah, close encounter. But yeah. Right, let's see how we get on against them then in the league rather than the cup. Okay, so we've had a bid in for Danny Pacheco, not a loan this time, it's actually a transfer from Borussia Dortmund for 9.8 million. I've gone in and negotiated and I've managed to get 11 for him, which I'm accepting. So that'll be more money into the transfer kitty. And Southampton have come back and they're willing to pay 9 million for Ilori. So yeah, I will go ahead and... Have I accepted that? I have accepted that, haven't I? He's 6'1", so he's got the height and stuff like that, and his stats just, yeah, they look really good. Strength, stamina, accelerations there as well. So he's a quick centre back. I just think he's worth bringing in. He's only 21, so he can probably only get better, I would imagine. Like, you know what I mean? So that's my thoughts. Just to let you know. Let's go and play Real Betis. Okay, so as you can see from the Real Betis side, they were obviously playing a weakened side in the cup, because you can see, look at their side. I mean, they've got 5 at the back anyway, but yeah, they've got Carvajal. I think that's William Carvajal, I would imagine, in the middle there, 86 rated. They've got Bartra at 83, Sidney 80, Fidel 80. At the back, they've got Lopez 83, goalkeeper. Bidaboo's out there 80. I don't think this was the side that... What was it? Because I remember Bartra. I'm sure... Maybe it was, but they just didn't play up. I don't know. Because I'm trying to think now. I remember saying Bartra and thinking he was at... Did they sign him from Dortmund? It kind of, like, that rings a bell, like, you know what I mean? But, yeah, maybe they did play this side. Maybe I'm just, you know, a bit shocked. But a couple of changes I've made. Well, you know, you can see one in the main team. And that is Alphonso Davies is coming for Johnny out there. And I've also brought in Timmy Weah. I brought him on the bench in place of Fatoli. Just those two switch those those two starting strikers and see how well they get on and stuff like that, to see which one is the best. And that is down to obviously Trevor, who suggested me going for Timothy Weah, but I think a lot of YouTubers have been going for him because, but I think it'd be quite interesting to see what he's like with Alphonso Davies, with them both being, in the same USA team, like, you know what I mean? So that should be interesting. But let's crack on then. So, first home game of the season, and these home fans will be very impressed with our away form and want to be seen as putting on the same sort of performance. I said it, but it's not going to be 7 past Real Betis. It's just not. But we can get a win. That's what we know. But yeah, as you can see, Abdoulaye Diaby there with his hat trick. Oh, Talisca, yes, he is a good player. Here's Adama, here's Diaby. Gonna go back this way. I didn't know where to go with that, really. Davis will go out here. Romero, great ball in. Oh, that's a superb ball. It's fallen to Talisca. Can he get Traore in? How has that gone in? I don't know. But Adama gets his first goal for his new side. Well, I don't even know how that's even gone in, because it didn't get much pace on it. I think I've just caught the goalkeeper going the other way, and he was just he was leaning more to his left, and that's why I've managed to catch him, because I hit it first. He scuffed it, that's why. Oh no, it took deflection. It took a deflection off the heel, that's why. Wow, we got lucky there. That's probably down to me. Armian now, coming across. Get a head on this? No. Again, we're not headering it. I don't know why. The crosses are coming in. I'm pressing. No one's headering it. No one's jumping for the ball. I could have understood if it was Rico, but it was actually Lomban. Oh, maybe again, it's coming across him, and he's stretching to get to it, so even jumping, he wouldn't have done anything, would he? Well, they're back in it with Camarasa. Played forward, Talisca. Herrera, back to Talisca. Still going. Talisca, long range. Yes. Okay, Talisca's wanting this. Here he goes. What's the ball into the box like? It's not bad, Diaby. It's not bad at all, is it? That's what you get when you've got A-class player at 85 rating. That's the difference. Diaby is becoming this season's Pacheco quite easily at the moment with his 4th. Went for the jump, nothing there. Talisca's going to get there, but he couldn't turn and get it out of his feet quick enough. They're knocking it about well. It's a good block from Rika, but not the second one. I can only do one. I couldn't do the second. And they're running to pick the ball up, get it on with it. Rika blocks the first one, but he just went through his legs. He was up on his feet quick enough, but he went straight through his legs, and it's kind of took a deflection. That's why it's beaten Badia. It's off the end of his thigh. There we go. Nicely done, Talisca. De Jong. Herrera. We've got Adama Traore bursting into the box now. Oh, he's played it behind, but no, he's played it into Herrera, who scores his first goal for Malaga. Okay, he played it behind not Diaby. It would have been Timmy Weah, wasn't it? But luckily Herrera continued to run into the box. So we've got 3 points. That's the main thing. So close. I mean, Betis had 6 and 6. You know what I mean? We only had 4 on targets. They had more shots on target than what we did, and luckily the 4 that we had on target all at the back of the net. So we did better on the possession. But yeah, as you can see, we are leading the way with Levante. Okay, and Girona. Real Madrid have actually dropped points there. Barcelona have yet to play, so Barcelona, but look at that, 11 goals in 2 games. I mean, yeah, I thought I'd struggle in this league, but then again, I've not really played any of the big teams yet. I'm not going to play the big teams until another 2 more games. Who's down the bottom? Anyone shockingly down the bottom? I suppose Betis being down there is a bit of a shock after 2 games. They've lost both games, so that's not good for them, is it? I mean, yeah, they'll be hoping for better, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. There we go then, guys. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you want to tune in for Liverpool tomorrow, I will catch you tomorrow. If not, I will catch you next week for... Is it next week? What day are we on? Yeah. I can lose track of days, doesn't it? Yeah, I will catch you next week for some more Malaga, if you're just around for the Malaga videos, which I don't mind, you know what I mean? You choose whatever you want to watch. There's no forcing into watching anything. I'm just glad that you're here, guys, and supporting the channel, which is brilliant. So thank you very much for all your comments and stuff like that. Keep them coming. And you know, obviously the views and the likes and all that sort of thing. And talking of likes, yeah. Little plug there for likes, you know. But no, like, thanks guys, and take it easy. If I don't catch you tomorrow's video, have a great weekend. I'll catch you next week. Stay from Mumongu Gaming, signing off. Cheers.